Hello, friends. Welcome to the 30. It's another week, another time to have a candid and a wonderful discussion. This time, I've invited a great friend of mine to the 30, and we're going to be talking about strategic partnerships. I said we're going to be talking about customer experience, sales, leadership, and a whole lot more. The 30, of course, is brought to you, sponsored by C-Ray's Thought Pops. Check her out. You can give Cindy a call, 972-862-0194. C-Ray's Thought Pops. Emoji sticks with a positive vibe. All right. Well, I am going to bring her on without any further ado because I want to make sure that we have all the time necessary to talk to Jaime. And Jaime and I go way back. I think maybe 12 years, 13 years, something like that. But I'm going to introduce her. Jaime is the ever entertaining, thought-provoking, dynamic, and insightful Jaime Brown. Hey, Jaime.
Hi, everyone. Just kidding.
Yeah, right.
I mean, I kind of thought with an introduction like that, I had to come on and be like, wah, wah, wah.
Welcome to the 30. How are you?
I am doing good now that I get to talk to you, my friend. What a cool thing that you're doing. I love it.
Thank you so much. Thank you. And we'll talk about what you're doing pretty soon, you and your sister Candice. But most importantly, let's talk about Jaime. And Jaime's the owner of Evolve Business Consulting LLC. So let's talk there. Let's start there. Let's tell our viewers who Jaime is and what is Evolve Business Consulting.
Sure. So a long, long time ago, I was born in New York. Now, I was born in New York, actually. That is true. So I am Jaime Marco, as you know, Patrick. I own Evolve Business Consulting, and we get the privilege and honor to work with businesses every day. Small businesses when it comes to branding and marketing in the right way. Companies that are looking for enhancing their customer experience, or as some people call it, customer service. I call it the overall customer experience in sales and leadership. So I do facilitation, I do keynote speaking, and then we work one-on-one coaching with businesses all across the USA and internationally as well too, through some of my strategic partnerships to help everybody create those wow moments that people never forget.
Awesome. And how long have you been in business, Jaime?
So Evolve has been in business, rebranded. I rebranded the name about 4 years ago. It was a different name, but I've been doing this type of work for over 15 years. So whether that was with a corporation or on my own, I have been in the business of helping people create better experiences with their customers and their leaders and their teams for a very long time.
Now, I know we go back in terms of working together, and we're going to talk about how we met each other. But so Evolve, you've been doing this as a side hustle before you went full time, right?
Yeah, kind of. So I did, I was a strategic partner for a lot of other consulting firms for a long time. And then we were living in Chicago, and my family moved back to Florida. I grew up here in Florida. We moved back here, and I knew that it was something, I didn't want to really travel as much anymore. I was starting a family. And so I knew that there was a lot of local need, and I had a talent that they could really use. And training and development is my passion. Coaching others for success is my passion. So I rebranded when we moved to Florida about almost 5 years ago now, and started doing more of it down here. And it's just kind of skyrocketed, and my business has evolved. And that's why the name was so apropos.
Absolutely. And Jaime is dynamic. She is insightful and very entertaining. I'm going to drop in here. Let's see if I can pull
see,
her
Dawn
up.
and Kim are watching. Hi. I don't know if it's Kim or Scott, but hi.
There you go. Dawn is saying hello, hello, hello. Hey, Dawn. And Dawn was our former boss back in the day. So that's good. I appreciate it. And then let's see if we can bring, I don't know who Kimberly is, but one of your
are great friends. Yep, that I've worked with as well too, and they have a phenomenal company that they do as well too for event production. So they're amazing.
Okay. Great. So, Jamie, you have something that you've done over the years, and I love it based on customer experience and customer satisfaction. Let's talk about that. Where is that? What is it? And so tell our viewers.
Yeah, it's actually pretty fitting that we're having this conversation today because just the first week of October is National Customer Service Awareness Week. And I realized that there's a big need for a customer experience. You know, you go to a restaurant and say, you sit down, you order what you want on the menu, you order your drink, everything you have, and they bring it to you and you've been served. You get everything that you asked for, and that's great. You got what you wanted, they served it to you. That's customer service. For me, I recognize that there are businesses out there that know what it takes to put in that little bit extra and go from ordinary to extraordinary, and they give you a great experience. So when you go to the restaurant, and I've waited tables for a long time, and I did this in my serving days. So I was like, why don't I teach others to do this? So when you go to a restaurant, they never say to you, hey, have you been here before? You know, what's bringing you guys in tonight? Are you celebrating anything? And they really get to know you. And so it's not just at restaurants, but every business out there, whether you're an attorney, a doctor, a restaurant, retail, has the opportunity to customize the experience, the sales experience to your customer and let them know that you care. So that's what I do. And I realized so many people have had bad experiences. And when I ask people all the time, like, when's the last time you had a great 5-star experience? People are like, I don't know, but let me tell you about the bad one that I had. And so my goal is to really help businesses create those better experiences that people never forget.
That's great. Now, you also started something called Wow Wednesdays. Tell us about that.
Sure. So Wow Wednesdays started during the pandemic, there was so much negative energy happening, and we have all experienced a new time in history that we could have never imagined. And it's been quite draining. It's been quite negative. It's been quite exhausting and emotional. And so I realized there's so many amazing stories out there to tell of people that are just doing incredible positive things. So I started a newsletter in the beginning, or actually middle to end of March, that was just all about these crazy, amazing Wow Wednesday stories. And we did that newsletter for about 4 months and then transitioned it into a live cast that happens on Wednesdays as well too.
And this one is called Coast to Coast. Is this the one with your sister?
Yeah, so we decided to make it a little bit more live. We recognize that, the newsletter stories are great and we still share those on our Wednesday cast. But so what we did is, my sister owns a PR company and I have my business, and she's in Colorado, I'm here in Florida. And we recognize that we have a pretty decent audience and we wanted to get people in front of that audience. We wanted to help people share their message as a business to others around the country. So just give them that free PR. And then so part of our cast is where we interview people just like you are. And then we talk about hot topics. So there is a little bit of a debate there. And then we also talk about Wow Wednesday moments. So now instead of sharing 30 Wow Wednesday moments, I share 3 top ones from the week to make you smile.
Awesome. Let's talk about some other things that you are involved with. And I think that's why we connect so well. And I call Jimmy my little sister. So a sister from another mother and father. But but I think one of the things that we connect so well is that we do a lot. There are a lot of things that we both do for the betterment of people. So let's talk about some of the things that you're currently doing outside of Evolve.
Sure. So these things are the things that drive my husband mad. But I can't sit still. You're the same, Patrick, and you like to get involved in a lot of things. So I love relationships and building really great, long-lasting relationships. It's one of the reasons why you and I have been so close since day one at that airport in Texas. We'll talk about that. I'll never forget it. Same with Dawn. Dawn and I have had some great moments, and Kim, and just everyone I come in contact with. I love that's what feeds my soul every day. So networking is a huge part of business. And one of the things I recognized is when I was networking is that it was always about the referral and it was less about the relationship. It was like, well, what do you do? And when you meet people in business, that's the first question they ask you. Well, what do you do for work?
Mm-hmm.
Well, I don't want to be defined as that. I want to be Jamie first and then a business coach and facilitator and speaker second. probably really actually a mom second, and then wife, and then all the rest of the stuff. But so, you know, I recognized I was doing all this networking and it wasn't feeding my soul. So a really good friend of mine who's now, we went to high school together. And we were friends in high school, but not like super tight. When I moved back to Florida, I needed some website help. And she came on and helped me, and we started talking. And we recognized that we both had this need for better networking. So we started a group for women networking called When She Happens. And it just took off. It's been incredible. And in fact, we are launching it a national platform within the next few months, where it's going to be the nation's largest network of women in business.
Oh, congratulations.
Thank you. So we're changing the whole website. It's called whenshehappens.com, and that takes up a lot of my business, or a lot of my time as well. In addition to that, I give back to the community. So I'm very involved with different parts of my community and doing things, giving back for children. I have a young daughter, so I always want to create things that are going to be for her future. I'm involved in a lot of different nonprofit boards as well. So that is something that's feeding my soul, and I'm doing it because it just is something good for our community. And then I'm also still a strategic partner with some different consulting firms out there as well too. So I still partner with different firms on projects that I believe make a difference. So it's never a dull moment.
Never a dull moment in the Marco house. And of course, there's David, there's Hannah.
Yeah.
Hannah. So how old is Hannah now?
She just turned 5, going on 13. Yeah. 5 going on 13. So I have 2 kids, David and Hannah. He doesn't have social media, so. But yeah, it's you know, I'm very fortunate. I'm very lucky that I get to do what I love every day, be a mom, be a wife, be a community activist, and get to work with people like you. And it's just, I'm very fortunate.
That's awesome. That's great. I'm talking to Jaime Marco. She's the owner of Evolve Business Consulting, and we are just chatting and just having fun about what we do, because there's some things that we love, and we love people and developing people and making sure that we bring a smile onto people's faces. Our Don has another comment. Hey, Don, shout out to you. Endless ideas, positivity.
Awesome. We can't. Good thing it's not live. She knows all the skeletons.
Oh boy, yeah, she does. And then Kimberly says, "Happy birthday!"
Oh, it was Hannah's birthday not too long ago. Yeah,
okay.
Thanks, Kim.
Got it. Happy birthday, Hannah. If you'd like to ask Jaime a question or comment, just hit in the comments section, and we will bring it up. I know some of your fans are watching, so if they want to say hey and shout you out or give some positive comments, we welcome that as well. So Jaime, let's talk about sales and your training and development from a sales perspective in your clients. Let's talk about that.
Yeah, so I get to work with people in all different industries. And when it comes to selling, no one likes to be sold to, right? No one likes to be sold to at all. But people love to buy. And that could be everything from home pest services to home security to real estate to insurance to being an attorney. Whatever it is, you're always selling something. So I really get to work with people of all different industries and help them put together a framework that helps them sell even more, but also build a relationship with their partners. And for me, it's not a script. I've never used scripts. It's all about that freedom within a framework that allows their salespeople to use their personality, but still have a framework that gets the job done for selling. So I get to do that with all different industries. In fact, today, I had a coaching session this morning. Actually an in-person coaching session with a mask, don't worry, with the mask. Then after that, I had another session online with somebody. So that was a local session. Then I had a session from Atlanta. And then I had a session from, it all blends together now. But so every day I'm doing these remote sessions, whether it be with a team of 1 or a team of 30. Next week, I'm very privileged. I was selected to be part of Google's master faculty. Nice. So I am on their team there, which is incredible. And through them, I get to work with some incredible teams as well, too. And that's through a strategic partnership I have with a company called Accelerate Performance. So I'm just, I'm really grateful of the connections that I've made to be able to do this sales training for all different industries.
Good. And I know we've partnered in the past and we will partner in the future in terms of helping training and and develop, whether it's sales reps or leaders. What else have you done in terms of your business, and where do you see your business going?
Yeah, that's a great question. And so, in regards to my business, a lot of what I do is when I looked at my business model, I would say when I first started Evolve, it was more heavily weighed on the business coaching, where I was doing a lot of one-on-one coaching. And it was probably about 70-30, where I'd meet with small businesses and we would talk about their plan for their business. You and I both know my passion is being in front of a room. Both of my passions is helping people, but I really love that being in front of a room, doing the training, doing the keynote speaking. So now my business has sort of flipped, and I do about 70% of what I do is facilitating and training, whether it be sales or leadership or customer experience. And then 30% is still the business coaching. And the reason it's lower now is that I'm very selective of who I choose to work with. It's really important to know who's coachable and who you want to help. And so it mixes up the day for me as well. But I really get to have a little bit of both in what I'm doing. So every day I could either be coaching and helping people with their branding, their marketing, their social media, or I could be coaching their teams for customer experience, leadership, and sales. So it's a little bit different each day.
Got it. So you're talking about the right fit. It's important for us to have the right fit.
Sure.
What do you look for in terms of the fit for a client? What's important to you?
That's a phenomenal question, and I'm glad that you asked that. So I typically will have a client fill out a behavior assessment. Just so I'm a DISC certified trainer, and behavior assessments are pretty important to me in the regards that I want to know. Some people say everyone's coachable. Yes, everyone is possibly coachable, but it's really about who you want to work with and how coachable they actually are. And so for me, I want to make sure that we fit well together. It's also that first hour conversation I'll have with someone, a consultation, where we'll talk, and I just want to make sure that we fit well together. I'm pretty intuitive when meeting new people, and I know who's going to work and who's not. And I have learned in the past where I said, I'm not sure, but I'll just try it. And I should have followed my gut. I really should have followed my gut. And to be honest, I'm not for everyone either.
Sure.
My style may be different. And so I do an hour consultation with anyone I meet with to say, let's just see if we're a good fit first, because you just never know. I might not be your cup of tea.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. It's important that you have the right fit for them and for you, because if you don't, it can cause a whole different. So I'm going to put up, let's see here, your friend Kimberly again. Kimberly's on fire.
I love it.
Is she being paid by you?
No, she's amazing though. She's incredible. So yes, anyone can. Yeah. So if you go to whenshehappens.com, there is a directory on there. You can submit it now. Between now and the end of December, it's actually going to cost nothing to do that. January 1st is when the memberships start and the subscriptions start. But between now and the end of December, you can submit your directory. We also have a Facebook page, When She Happens, as well as a private group. So go and join, because you are someone exactly we want on there. Dawn,
awesome. You too. Make sure that you put that in the comments, Jamie, in terms of the URL, and so that everyone can have. Kimberly says she's a big fan. She is a big fan of yours.
Oh, yeah. I'm a hers as well.
Good. Now let's talk about, because I've seen it. I love the show, Coast to Coast. I think it's awesome on Wednesdays. When is it? What time is it? And tell us a little bit more about that. I know you give us some ideas about it, but go a little deeper about it, because I think you're onto something.
Yeah, this is when it's similar to what you're doing. It's a little different. We do them Wednesdays at 3:15 Eastern Standard Time, typically. Sometimes we have to switch it up based on scheduling, or our guest needs to be at a different time. But really, it's about showcasing a business who is doing something special in the world. We have had so many great people on there. We've had the Colorado Women's Chamber of Commerce. We've had the Sarasota Chamber of Commerce. We've had Sarasota Magazine, who had a women's initiative. We had the Florida Center, who does some really great things and gives back to the community. We're having, I don't have the list in front of me. I did have it earlier somewhere around here. My desk is a little bit of a mess right now. But we have so many great people who are giving back, and we're just telling their stories. We had Amanda Boleyn, who started one of the most amazing podcasts. We had Paul Long with Fundamism. We've just had some really great guests who have made a difference in their community or in the nation, and we want to highlight them and feature them and tell their story. And then it's my sister and I. So it's also a great time for us. She's got kids, I've got kids, and we sometimes don't get the chance to connect. So we get on a call together. We do pick a hot topic where we don't always agree on it. And we'll talk about the hot topic. We had you on the show. You were our first guest, so we appreciate you so much.
No problem.
And then we also talk about Wow Wednesday moments. It's just 30 minutes of just positive stuff, uplifting people, and just putting one more thing on the web that is not toxic.
Good. And I love it, so I got to give you the 2 thumbs.
I need those. Oh my gosh, I love your sponsor, and I'm going to go and look and buy them. So
I'm gonna, yeah, just tell Cindy that I send you, and she'll take care of you. They are awesome. I use them in my training. It's just great. So give you some love.
I love it. I'm trying to see them.
Now, let's see. Let's put another one up here. Let's shout out to my cuz. Hey, Rani. She says, great conversation. Thank you.
Thanks.
So, Jimmy, COVID has stopped a lot of things that we do in person. Where do you see from a training and development, whether it's personal and professional development, where do you see our industry going? Do you think we'll come out of this and go right back into all in person, or will there be a combination of both online and in-person training?
I wish I had that crystal ball, Patrick, to be honest. Personally, I have chosen not to go back in person at least until January of next year. And I have something scheduled on the book starting in March for in person again. I don't know if it's going to happen. I'm in Florida. We're doing all the wrong things, but our numbers aren't going up. So I'm not really sure how that's working, or maybe, I don't know, I won't even get into that political conversation. But it's kind of crazy. I am someone who thrives off the energy in a room. I can't believe I'm going to tell you this. I'm really digging the remote.
Yeah, me too.
I didn't like it so much before. And at first I was like, oh, it's got to do online. But the commute is amazing. Amazing. But I also think that your individual contributors come out more when you're doing a remote training, because when you're in a classroom, as you and I both do, we try to get everybody involved. The difference when you're doing it remote through a Zoom or through a GoToMeeting or a Google Hangouts or whatever you're using, or whatever it is you're using, it really has brought some more to the table. And people have found that they can contribute, I think, more, and not even some more, but differently. So I think the future, we're going to see a lot more virtual than we did in the past. Mm-hmm. I believe that people are becoming more comfortable with it as well, too. I don't think that in-person training will ever go away. I think we'll get back to that. It'll just be, like you said, a hybrid depending on the business that you're training, the company that you're working with, the facilitators. Some may never go back in person. You just don't know. I wish I knew the answers. I just can only know what's happening right now. But there is that fundamental thing that comes back when you are in person, and just, giving somebody a hug or a high five. I mean, I miss those high fives, those germ spreading high fives, but I miss them. So, yeah, I wish I knew. What do you think?
Yeah, I definitely think it'll be a hybrid. There's no going back now. Online is here to stay. So I think it'll definitely be a hybrid. And companies have realized that, as opposed to spending money on travel to get their students out somewhere to train, why not just train online? We've done it, right? So I think the travel budgets and company will definitely be cut.
Oh yeah, it was incredible. I was on a call last night. It was 11:30 at night because we were dealing with APAC and EMEA, which is like the Asia Pacific and Europe. And I was doing training with somebody who is in India and Singapore. You could never do that before. You could never have them in the same class because, first of all, geographically, it's not possible. It was incredible. And then I did a training a few weeks ago where we had someone from Japan, from India, and then from the United States, all on one call. So it's also fostering these incredible relationships, foreign relationships, and bringing people together. So I'm kind of digging the online.
Yeah. Same here. I was doing a coaching for the last couple of weeks, and I had Barbados, Guam. Think about Guam, right?
In the middle of,
right. And here in the States. So yeah, definitely the online space will stay. Cindy Ray. So I'm gonna connect you with her. She says, "Love you too. Patrick's best. Would love to help you, Jamie, with thought pops." Yeah, Cindy's
You're
awesome.
my next call like tomorrow because I need those. And I'm going to refer you to everyone I know.
There you go. There you go. Yeah, she's great. Kimberly again says there's nothing like face-to-face experiences.
I know I got to see her and her husband Scott a few weeks back, and it was just holy moly. It was like the best feeling. And I gave him a hug. So there, COVID.
Okay, so Jamie, we are down to about 2 minutes. So I know, right? Time flies when you're having fun. So I want to do two things. I want to tell the story about how we met, first and foremost, in terms of the interview, and then classic.
Oh my God. Well, you should tell the interview story, then I'll tell how we first met, because I love to hear it from your perspective, and then I'll add in my 2 cents.
Okay. So I'm supposed to interview Jamie for the job, training position, with our boss Don. So I have it on my calendar as one day I call Jamie. The person answered and says, "No, Jamie is sleeping." Well, come to find out that the day that I had was a day early. And I think it was Jamie who answered the phone.
I was like, "Oh, Jamie, she's sleeping right now." I'm like, "Oh my gosh, I have an interview. How did I forget that?" Yeah, that was classic. That was good. Yeah, that was great. And then when we met for the first, he ended up hiring me. They must not have been in their right mind, Don and Patrick. Now we're all a little crazy, so it worked out perfectly. And my first business trip is I had to fly to, was it Lubbock?
No, it was in
Texas.
Yeah, it was in Texas. I can't remember where.
Texas. Maybe Don remembers. It was a military town, wasn't it?
Yes. Fort Hood.
Fort Hood. And the airport there is tiny. And I remember flying in there, and I think you called me on my cell phone, and you were like, "I can see you," or I could see you, or you could see me when I was there. I can't remember so long.
I said, "I can see you,"
and I was like, "Where are you?" Where are you? Yeah, it was so. Oh my gosh, we have had Patrick. You knew me in my single days, and let's just say you know a lot of skeletons too. And you were at my wedding, so we are. You were at my wedding, and it was only fitting you're at my wedding because you were probably finally like, finally, all this drama is over.
But we did have fun. We
did, and we continue to. Yes.
Yeah. So that was great. Okay, let's wrap. I'm going to go through rapid fire. So I'm going to throw some questions at you. Okay, ready?
Yes, ready.
All right. Let's start with soda or pop.
Neither. Water.
Water. Okay. Favorite food.
French fries.
French fries. Okay. Favorite music.
Oh. Well, I have Alexa. I'm going to say it now. She's going to start playing it. I have Alexa play acoustic chill music for me when I'm working. So just the acoustic chill station on Alexa. Okay.
Favorite musical group.
Oh gosh. Madonna.
Okay. Hello. Favorite TV show.
Oh, there's so many great ones. Well, so right now I'm watching *Halt and Catch Fire*. It was an AMC show. Super cool show about programming and the first computers. So I'm just gonna go with the present because I have like so many different TV shows. So we'll just go with that because it's what I'm watching right now. Okay. And last but not least, favorite place to vacation. I'll go anywhere with the beach. But you didn't ask me. I thought we were going to talk about one other thing, and I had a really good answer for it.
Which one was that? Okay, favorite
book.
Oh yes, favorite book.
I don't remember that one. So it's You, Me, and Us, and it is written by one of my girlfriends. So Allison Hammer wrote that book. It was her first novel. It's amazing. You, Me, and Us. You can buy it on Amazon. But I'm interviewing her next week, or on October 21st for Coast to Coast. So it's actually fitting that you're going to ask me that. So
awesome. Good. So make sure that you put that information in
got it.
the comment field,
You
and
got
also the information for the
it. When
women's
it
group.
happens. Yep, you got it.
Okay. All right, Jamie. Thank you so much.
We have to
Thank
be
you
done.
for coming to the 30. This was great. Let's do it again sometime.
Please. Thank
Gonna
you.
have to invite Dawn in. Oh no, having you and Dawn together. Oh my gosh, that would be a crazy show. Maybe we'll have the old crew in.
Oh
for
my
one show.
gosh. That would be amazing. Like Heather. Oh my gosh. That would be so cool.
Yeah. So I'll do part 1 on my show, and you do part 2 on your show. How about
Done.
that?
It's like Ghosts of Girlfriends Past, but like Ghosts of Ex, I don't know, whatever. That would be super cool to have all of us on. I would love that. Glenn and Heather and Dawn. Oh my gosh, it'd be amazing.
All right, let's do it. Let's plan it.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Thank you, Jamie. Say hi to David and Hannah. Happy birthday, Hannah.
Yeah. Thanks, Patrick, for having me. I appreciate it. Bye, everyone. Thanks for watching. Thanks, Kim. Thanks, Dawn. Thank you, everyone.
All right. That was Jaime Marco. I told you she was going to be dynamic and insightful and entertaining, like she always does. Love her. She is one of my favorites. So that is the 30. We want to thank you for joining us again today. Make sure that you go out and get these thought pops. We love Cindy Ray. Just reference the 30 or the Jackman group, and she will take care of you. So thank you for watching. Also, make sure that you join the Jackman group community. It is the Jackman Group LLC.com/subscribe. So until next week, we are out. I will see you then. Be safe, you and your family, and may God continue to bless you and your family. Deuces.